Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Nader Narrative on Jersey First TV. Rising prices, cost of living. It's no surprise or news to anyone how painful it has been, especially in the past year. Grocery bills, gas at the pump, everything is costing us more. But this summer was quite a wake-up call, especially for people in New Jersey when it came to their electric bill. I don't know about you, but mine almost doubled. What is going on? What can we do about it? That is the focus of today's quick interview. And I am so honored to have Congressman Jeff Van Drew with us because he's going to solve this problem for us, right, Congressman?
I'm going to try. I'm doing my level best. We're going to have a hearing, as you know. It's going to be on October 8th. It'll be streaming. I have Congressman Ben Klein coming in, as well as a couple of other Congresswoman Stefanik from New York. Ben Klein is from Virginia. Mark Alford, who is from Missouri, the show me state, and he's going to want to be shown exactly what's going on here. So we have 3 other members of Congress from around the country and myself, and we're going to have experts, energy experts. We're going to have people who are a climate expert, somebody that is a meteorologist, because what they're trying to do, and I hope I can articulate this, is I really want to be focused on this. What they're trying to do is say, when I say what they're trying to do, the electric company, government, I hate to say it, is say, well, it was so hot this summer.
Right.
That's why you're paying so much more. And the cure is to have wind turbines and alternative energies. The cure is not to be self-sufficient, not to produce our own energy, according to them. And the reality is their cure is what's causing the cancer. Their cure and their policies are creating the problem.
Absolutely. And we're going to break that down a little bit because it's not just nationally, but we also have Governor Murphy, who is pushing his energy plan, which now these companies have to prepare for. We know that has something to do with rising costs. Let's get real personal to your constituents. And by the way, I want to thank you because you're really New Jersey's congressman. That's what you are. I mean, you fight for things that matter to all of us, but you listen to your constituents. They said to you, oh my gosh, what's going on? We're seeing 40% increases. Also, smart meters got introduced this summer. Do we know if smart meters have anything to do with this, and how do we know that the bills are correct?
I don't think they are correct. That's the point. I mean, we're finding out. I mean, we're speaking to thousands of people. Let me say that. And, I have seen a lot of issues. As you know, Elizabeth, I've been involved in public policy and government and politics for a lot of years, starting out as mayor of my small town. I've never seen an issue that has affected so many people and that so many people are fired up about it, because it's not a 10% increase. It's not a 5% increase. It's not a 20% increase. So what's happened is people's bills are doubling and tripling, and the smart meters seem to be part of it. They told us they were going to be great. They would actually save us money. All I know is they're hiring less people and they are charging us more and making a bigger profit. Partly it's that, and partly you're absolutely right, Elizabeth. It's also because they're preparing for wind energy and some of these other alternatives, which are extremely expensive. For all those who are listening and watching right now, if you think you're paying a lot, and it has nothing to do with South Jersey, by the way, this is the whole state.
That's right.
If you think you're paying a lot now, you ain't seen nothing yet. Energy prices are going to go through the roof. You're going to really have to keep your house a lot warmer in the summertime and a lot colder in the winter, and you're going to pay more for it, and they're going to tell you that you're going to like it. It's not going to improve the climate. It's not going to stop global warming. It's not going to do any of that. It's just going to put a lot of money in companies' pockets, many of whom are international and foreign.
How do we deal with this from a regulation standpoint? Because this particular issue is very complicated for the everyday consumer. Really, I can't look at my bill, Congressman, and tell you whether or not I think it's right. It feels very high. It feels crazy. I look at my meter. There is no way for me to advocate for myself. We don't really have competition. We have a couple of choices within the context of who's providing the energy to you, but this isn't a typical sort of capitalistic situation. So how does a consumer advocate for themselves?
Well, it's a good question. And this is I'm not embellishing here. This is so un-American. It's so wrong what they're doing. There's no competition. The only thing that's as bad as big, huge, bloated government can be big, huge, bloated corporations, quite frankly. So the way to advocate, people have come to me. And I'm trying to do everything I can. What are we doing? We went to the BPU. We've asked for an internal audit to be done by Atlantic City Electric, which is really Exelon. It's not Atlantic City Electric anymore. They bought it 5 years ago. We're going to have this hearing, and I'm going to tell you right now, and I'll break it on your show. We're going to go to FERC, which is the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission, and because something is really wrong here. Beyond the 3 rate increases they were given, because supplies are not as good now because of these policies.
Right.
Beyond that, the rates have gone up a lot, and they're not even reading the solar right. Let me tell you, since some of these smart meters are put in, real quick story. Guy talks to me the other day. He paid $66,000 to put solar energy in his house. He's had it for a few years. So he's got so much solar. His energy bills are usually like $9 literally in the wintertime and about $30 in the summer. His bills recently now are like $800-900. This solar's not getting read. He's not using more energy. They're trying to say we're using more energy. They're trying to say because the weather's hot. The meteorologist we're going to have at our hearing, which again we'll be streaming. We don't have the exact way to get on yet, but we will, and everybody will see that. He's going to talk about, no, it really wasn't a much hotter summer here at all. That's nonsense. And they're just trying to blame, well, it's hotter and there's global warming, so you've got to pay even more because of that. No, it's because of the cure that you have by not using our American energy, by relying on other countries, by using these horrible wind turbines, which are inefficient and hurt the environment and hurt the ocean. That's why the costs are going up.
Here we are with these decisions made by the Biden administration that feel to many people like, oh, that's just something in DC. It's international issues. I don't understand it. No, it's hitting your wallet. This is now coming home to roost. I mean, all of the issues with inflation, we can point back to energy independence. So how important is it, obviously, for us to vote November 5th? How important is it for us to change the administration? This is at the root of so many of the issues that everyday Americans are experiencing. The pain in their pocketbook this is the root issue, is it not?
It is. It's the real thing. And you're so right, Elizabeth, in what you said. People think sometimes, doesn't matter who's president, who's in Congress. It's just the same old stuff. And I get how people feel that way. They do get disappointed. It does get old sometimes. People are tired. They're working their butts off. It's harder than ever to make ends meet. And it seems like nobody's listening. But some people are.
Right.
President Trump knows that this is a problem. If he gets in, he's going to have a much, much better energy policy. We also have to make sure that we have a Republican Congress. The bottom line is, let me put it down to real basics. If you vote the right way and the right people win in November, your energy bills are going to go down. We're going to save the country. And by the way, we're not going to be blowing money all over the world the way that we do now. I know you follow this, Elizabeth, but some people don't, because they don't really tell us about what really is going on in the media. That money went to the UN from American taxpayers and has actually gone directly to the Taliban. That's fact. That's not a Republican talking point. So all of you out there who are working right now, breaking your butt to make a living, know that those tax dollars that you're overpaying on, that's some of the stuff it's going for. Trump gets in, that's not going to happen. He's going to stop that. He's going to tell the UN to cut it out because we fund most of the damn UN.
That's right.
And with NATO, he said, you know what? And it affects people in their pocketbook. We're spending so much everywhere. We don't take care of our own veterans, our own homeless, our own people who are just middle-class working people. I'm tired of it, and people are tired of it.
Everybody is tired of it. And we're seeing it even play out with the disaster from the hurricane. We're seeing so much play out that where do we come first? I mean, we are definitely the most giving country in the world. We always have been. We're charitable. That doesn't mean we need to give away all our money so that our people are hurting. So you're attacking this energy issue, not only with the hearing on the 8th and statewide, but you're also coming at it with some bills. I want you to talk about your approach with these pieces of legislation.
Well, in the bills, we're asking for this internal audit, not asking, saying that mandating it. In the bills, we're also going to help people directly if we can get the bills done. And believe it or not, there's members of Congress, and I'm not blaming anybody, but just they're going to be afraid to do this or afraid to get involved. That's why I'm so proud of the 3 members of Congress, again, from Virginia, from Staten Island, New York, and from Missouri, who are willing to come here and hear this and learn about what's happening in New Jersey. Because, by the way, policies create situations. And the situation is that we have almost the highest energy bills in the country, other than California and a few other states. It's because of our energy policies. It has its effect. The other thing that we're doing is, some people don't pay their bills, but there's a lot of people who work hard. They pay their bills trying to make ends meet. When their electric bill, Elizabeth, went up from $200 to $700, literally within a month, they're in trouble because they're living week to week, month to month, year to year. So they're shutting them off. And what we've said is no, when you have a history of regularly paying your bill, the electric companies got to work with you more. They just can't shut you off that way. That's wrong. These are good people. Some of them are working 2 and 3 jobs. You meet these people and talk to them every day. They're getting, please forgive my vernacular, but they're getting screwed. And again, they're tired of it. I'm tired of it. I don't know how it's all going to work out. And I never make promises that I can't keep. But this is the one promise that I will make. I'm going to work my hardest. I'm going to keep pushing at it. And I am not going to give up. And I know we're going to have setbacks. Guess what? The Board of Public Utilities in New Jersey, no response. No response at all. Crazy. I got a BS letter from Exelon, from the president of Exelon. The BPU, I have never seen the Board of Public Utilities in New Jersey ever help one single ratepayer ever. It's the same with the Department of Banking and Insurance. Never see them help real people.
No, and that's all of our insurance has gone up recently too. That's a whole nother show, right? Our car insurance, something that Trump has talked about. It is just so expensive to live in New Jersey. Sometimes it just feels overwhelming, Congressman. It really does. It's such a burden. And you've got people like that who have paid their bills and are deciding between food and keeping the lights on. I mean, we shouldn't be in that situation. So thank you for being brave. We know that you always attack the hard issues. How important is it for everyone to understand how personal this election is? I can't say that enough to people. We need to tie the pain they're feeling to that vote in November like never before. We all say every election is consequential. This one feels ultimately like the one.
We are living history for real. Yeah. And it's history on the big sense, on the global sense. But as you said so well, Elizabeth, it's also history right in your home, right in your pocketbook, right in you being able to afford to live, to buy groceries, to pay energy bills, to pay your insurance, to be able to buy a home. Real quick, do you know statistically you have to earn twice as much income today than you did 4 years ago to buy a new home? Nobody's earning twice as much income. It's unbelievable, and it's wrong. It's not the American dream. So it matters. I want people to know the way you live, the lifestyle you have, how much disposable income you're going to have. Forget all the global stuff. Just right here, right at home, in your house or your apartment, it's going to significantly affect you. This is one time you have to vote with your heart for America, and you have to vote with your mind make sure that we're strong in the world, and you have to vote with your pocketbook so you can afford to still be an American.
Well, that is so well said. And I want to thank your constituents for what I'm sure they will do, which is send you back once again to keep fighting for us. We really need you. New Jersey is not represented well. You are our congressman. You will continue to fight. Thank you for attacking this issue. We will find out more about the 8th and get that information out to people. And obviously, we are with you in the November 5th outcome. I know you're fighting hard, not only to keep serving your constituents, but for President Trump. So thank you for doing that.
Absolutely. And we're hoping he's going to come back to New Jersey. I believe that he is. We're working on it. Probably be up North Jersey this time. No date. I
love it.
But yeah, it'll be fun.
We'd love to have him in North Jersey. Absolutely. I don't know if we can quite outdo South Jersey in their response, but, we'll try. We do love him up here as well. Congressman, thank you so much. We'll stay up to speed on this issue. And when I see a lower bill this winter, I know who to thank.
Thank you, Elizabeth. God bless you. Take care.
All right, guys. And to everyone out there, keep watching this issue. We'll let you know where the hearings are, what you can tune into. And November 5th, guys, that's what it's all about. Thanks, Congressman. And everyone else, we'll see you soon.